Hi, this is Sherry, also known as Twisted Granny Tarot, and we are here today to talk about cancer for April. So, this particular channel, in case this is the first time you tuned in, we sort of have a novel approach to card reading. And the favorite card reading at the shop where I work is called, well, I call it a horoscope reading because we do it, hold on, with an astrology pattern. So if you got your chart done, you would get back in the email a document that looks like this: big circle, 12 slices, and we know it's 12 because it goes 1 through 12. Each one of these slices uh, is a representative of a category of a person's life. Like your second house is the category of money. The fourth house is the category of your home. Your fifth house is the category of recreation and children and fun and joy and things like that. So this is the way the Babylonians set it up. And so far it's working for a lot of people. Now, I have no idea how the Babylonians did that. I mean, maybe somebody burned the stone pads that it was put on, it was engraved on. I don't know, but uh, I can't explain it, but it sure does make sense. And there's a lot of crossover in astrology, so to speak, from one sign to the next. So I'm just going to do the best I can to and listen. I've been doing this since 1990 publicly, so I'm pretty sure I'll do okay. All right, so we're going to shuffle, we're going to cut, and then we're going to start out with a horoscope reading from Cancer. Okay, so let me put this here, and we'll shuffle them one just a little bit more. Won't take long, I promise. And then we're going to cut. All righty, I'm going to say a little prayer. Please tell me what it is, Cancer. I used to know this math. I ask in the name of the goddess and the god, so won't it be. Okay, one. Okay, two. Now we got three piles. That's what we're supposed to have. So, kind Cancers. The other astrologers say y'all are having a pretty fabulous year, and because I'm a Cancer rising, I live with a Cancer man. We're doing okay in the joy and satisfaction department. We're not quite. We're probably doing about the same in the money department as the rest of the American people are, but here we are. First house. Oh, look at here. Well, this first house says that he and I are discontented. That's what this says. Oh, by the way, this is the. Oh, well, I'll tell you in a minute when I find it. Um, it's the first house, and it's got the Four of Cups. And in the Four of Cups, here we are. Here's a person, she's kind of feeling a little bit dissatisfied, a little bit depressed maybe, and she's got three empty cups on these are past events that occurred. That's my theory, that's why they're at the bottom of the page. And here we have one shiny, beautiful gold cup over her head. So the thing is that she really needs something good to happen for her. And she's probably planned as much as she can plan to escort the bad oogly booglies out and invite the good fairies and elves in. And guess what? It's coming. That's the best thing about this card for me, is these miseries that y'all have endured recently are beginning. The light is coming through. The clouds are about to part, and you'll be like, have a flashlight on the path before you. All right? So relax. I mean it. Relax. You got good energy on your side. Okay? Second house was your money. Well, here we got the Queen of Cups. So what Cancers generally do with their money is spend it on their homes, their children, and their spouses. It's mostly what they do. Or to feather their nest, things like that. So, oh boy. Guess, well, darn. Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups. She wants to spend money on, people she loves. Now, what's this say? It's the Ten of Wands. 10 of Wands represents a person who is holding not holding a grudge, a weight on their back. The original card is a man or a person is trudging forward on the path, and he's got 10 wands, which are just sticks, on his back. This says oppression. So I think that there may be some budget tightening situations that y'all will be forced to endure for a while. Okay, for a while. It doesn't say forever. It just says for a while. And how many more hours can a person put in a workday? We only got 24 hours, and gosh, we need to sleep at 8 of them. Theoretically, we're supposed to. So you know what? Know that you spend your money on the people you love, and that maybe the people you love are asking too much. And you do want to keep giving, but maybe it's got to stop. I kind of like that interpretation. Okay? Third house. This is, we got the Princess of Cups here, and it's Lughnasadh, and that is the name of the Celtic festival that occurs on August the 1st, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. And it's the initial harvest festival of the year. Okay, initial harvest, well, of the year in a cold climate, if that's where you are. And she also, because it's in the house of communication, according to this card, she has a very kind and diplomatic and thoughtful, loving way to communicate with people. All right. Now, this is a face card, so I'm going to put another card on top of it. Pagan Pathways. I think that's what this deck is called. It just occurred to me. Oh, shucks. All right. Princess of Cups in her third house. This is, look at the Two of Cups. Oh, you know what? Listen, kind folks out there, this is a romance card. And so it could very well be that people of the Cancer persuasion, or people who have a planet under the sign of Cancer in their astrology chart, may have just realized that they're in love with a person. And they may not have known it before. Or B, they may have thought they loved him, but there was no reciprocating statement to cement that or confirm that, I guess we'll call it. But I think we can confirm it now. So if you are in a romance, right now it's going really good. And you guys talk, and you communicate very well together. Good for you. Okay, fourth house is your home. God, then we got another face card, the Queen of Pentacles. She rules. Because she rules the money in the house. She's the queen of the money. And then we got the Princess of Swords. Oh, there might be a kid there who's got a little problem with that. And, oh God, the High Priestess. So listen. This person is a High Priestess. So this entity functions as your intuition, as your dream interpreter, so to speak, and your ability to respond to unseen clues, just little things you pick up in the air. I hope you're the kind of person who is spiritually inclined to cooperate with their fairy godmother or their spirit guide, because this person is talking in your ear to tell you how to be safe, and she helps you do what you need to do in order to get what you want for yourself and your family. These are excellent cards. Now, into having this house. Now, what if you had, what if you're the mom and you're in charge of the money and how it's going to be spent, and you have a really good intuitive streak, and we got this kid. There's a kid, Princess of Swords. Well, you know how teenagers are. So this person right now, this child or younger person in your household, might just think she never gets enough. So I'm pretty sure that with your common sense and the high priestess's intuition, that it'll work out all right, because I'm not sure there's a cure for a child who wants more and more and more and more. Okay, fifth house. Oh, honey bunch. Look at here. Now, wait a minute. Okay, sixth house. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your fifth house of romance. What's this guy doing? He is in transition, because it might very well be that the romance that we have here is a fairly new one, and the people involved in this romance haven't been in love in a long time, and they're not sure about risking their emotional and intellectual health with somebody, with anybody. So this tells me that you're on the pathway to deciding if the relationship is worthy or does it need some more nurturing? And do you want to give it more nurturing? So good for you. All right, that's fifth house. Sixth house is work and health. Lord of God, we got the death card here. Okay, if this is something's going to end in your work life or in your health, you are not going to die yourself personally. Okay, that's not going to happen. You won't even lose somebody you know, probably. And it just means it's an ending of something. So work and health. So if you'd had a health issue in the past, it's over and done with now. It's in remission or it's gone forever. All right. The other thing about the death card is this: when we say work and health, we mean the mundane aspects of work, the keeping your schedule straight, the add, subtract, multiple, and divide, the mundane aspects of a person's job. All right, nothing drastic. So it might mean that if there are if there are responsibilities at work that you don't necessarily like to do because they're too boring, and you're a bright person and you can't do boring stuff, that boring stuff is going to end. Doesn't mean you're going to lose your job. It just means that this boring stuff is going to end. All right. Oh, geez Louise. Now this is your seventh house. The seventh house of marriage partnerships and business partnerships. What do we got here? The King of Cups. A man who loves you. He represents all kindness and love and sweetness and all those good things that are associated with love. It also means that he could be spoiling people. And he might like to spoil them. So I can't really criticize that. But okay, so it's your seventh house. And seventh house is opposite this one. So, okay. So if you were, look here, this lady is kind of disappointed with what's going on in her life, but we know there's a new situation coming into her life, and it involves cups. So cups are romance and love and kindness, those kinds of things. So it might very well be that this person has been wishing for a long time to have a worthy companion. It's possible this person has been trudging along in her daily life for many months or many weeks or many years. And she looks kind of exhausted from the effort. Okay, now, but we have this guy opposite it. So maybe she knows this guy is on the way, maybe she doesn't. But this looks like it's a worthy companion, and although she may not be ready, apparently he is. Okay? So he just needs to woo her, be kind to her, be helpful to her. Okay. This guy, right? I'm putting a modifier on top of a face card. And this Eight of Cups is a fellow who is honing his skills. He's been successful at work, and he knows he needs it, but work changes, and one contract is not expressly like another one, or one object that's handmade is going to be slightly different from the next one. So there's room for improvements and design changes And oh, if you think about it like this, he's going to go about the business of helping her realize that she doesn't have to be alone forever, and that she actually has a friend in this man if she will just let him in. Because guess what? He wants to help and have a life with her. He's probably lonesome too. She's probably easy to get along with. Maybe they have a really good, this would lead me to, they have really good communication. Okay? And so hang on. If any of you cancers out there seem to see yourself falling into this kind of a situation, let him hang out for a while, because he could be the best thing that's happened to you, because this is a big year for cancers according to the astrological world out there. Okay? That's 7. 8th house is money from other people. Whoa, money from other people means income tax checks, insurance checks, inheritance checks, lawsuit checks, those kinds of things. And what do we got? We got 8 wands in flight. They're all so what is coming for you is money from other people. Now look at here, kiddo. It's aiming for you. But how long is the flight? How many seconds, minutes, hours, days, or years? That's not for us to determine. Timing is not up to us. So you might want to have a talk with your, let me find her here. Oh, and ask her if she can help you along with this inheritance. We don't want anything bad to happen to people. We don't want anybody to die. We don't want anybody to get hurt. We don't want your car to get stolen. Okay? So we want all good things come to you. So there's some kind of a bonus coming to you. We just don't know when. Oh, maybe it'll be next January when you get your, or December when you get your Christmas bonus. That seems logical. But sometimes logic plays no role in life. It's a silly little quaint idea, you know? Okay, 8, 9. 9th house is philosophy, religion, higher learning, and travel. So who's this? This is a star, all right. And the star in this case is a representative of the planet, not the planet, the sign Aquarius. So that looks like an Aquarius sign to me. And Aquarians are people who are all into fairness, in egalitarianism. If she believes in, or he believes in, equal pay for equal work. She thinks every kid ought to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Every kid should have shoes and boots. Every kid should have coats and hats. That's what this card is about. So I'm going to say that if this has to do with that, then you might be the kind of person who wants to take a trip to like, who are those people that volunteer with the federal government and they go to foreign countries and help people? You might want to do that in your old age. And then when people get to be senior citizens, there are travel trips they can go on and help people in other countries. I don't remember what it's called, but some of y'all out there want to do that because they've spent a lot of time and energy and money just trying to improve their own lives. And if they've been successful, they probably want other people to be successful too. All right? Okay. 10, 11. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. That's 9. This is 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 10. 10 means, looky here, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10th house is your career. Now, this guy right here has been in a battle. So think of your household and think of a person whose career has been shaken up a little bit in these days. Because what this guy is doing is he's been a battle. Now, if a career isn't a battle, I don't know what is. So he has gone back to the battlefield in order to collect the swords and weapons of the people that he defeated. So there are, this says deception, so you're probably going to find out some secrets about what is going on at work and why well, I have a friend who used to call them the muckety mucks, the head muckety mucks, that they're having issues, but they want to keep the knowledge away from the employees. Well, they might not be doing very well at that, and you might have heard rumors. Okay? So be prepared, meaning you don't know if they're going to sell the company or if the boss is going to leave and you're going to get another one. So polish up your resume and start exploring those kinds of things. Okay? Just for plan B, in case you don't stay at your current employment. Okay, 11th house. Ugh. 11th house is, here we got the Princess of Pentacles. Oh my God, then on top of that, we got, okay, because this is a face card, I'm putting a modifier on it, which is another face card. And then here's another face card. What the world is going on? Oh my God, okay, finally, we don't have the face card, but you know what? That 11th house is long-term plans. In the world of astrology, that house signifies long-term plans. In the meantime, it's also the house of friends from previous employers. Friends. Now look here. We got two friends right here. So what this indicates to me actually is, folks, is that she has, this represents money from friends, okay? So then I'm going to say this. There have been at least two people that you met from previous employers that you still communicate with. Now, which one of them? The Knight of Wands. Wands governs business. That's what it's about, an adventure. So there's an adventurous one, guy who likes to take risks, and then we got the Knight of Cups, which he wants an easy, smooth exit or entry into his next job. So if she is, so what I'm suggesting you do is, I'm getting to the point. I promise I'm getting to the point. I'm getting to the point that there is if you need to make plans, be sure you call people from previous employers, because you can ask them what's going on at your location. Do you need a guy who can do A, B, C, and D? Well, what do you need a person to be able to do? X, Y, Z. And that'll give you a heads up. You'll have on what's available in those two. See, it's much, I'm told, it's much easier and better to get a job through a referral, because once you call these people and they give you information, then you've become a referral of that guy to their employer if you decide to go on an interview there. Okay, so it's much easier to get hired if you got a referral. Okay, now, this is another modifier on top of this 11th house, is 7 of Wands. Okay, in the 7 of Wands, this person is on a little rise here. And it looks, the easiest way for me to describe it is, she's on the land on the bank, and they're in a ditch. Let's just say that, because they're down there. She's got the upper hand. She has the upper hand, so she's in a position of success. So these people are probably not going to win this fight, even though there's 6 of them and 1 of her. Okay? So I'm going to say, what am I going to say? All right. I'm going to say that your employer might find out that you were investigating other opportunities. And number 2, two things could be going on here. This employer won't let you leave without a threats or I don't know what. And you're determined you're not staying. You want out if that's what you determine. And it kind of looks that way. So when a person I just think that the exit won't be as smooth as you like. That doesn't mean it has to be. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you this. If your boss cons you and convinces you to stay, my husband is an ex headhunter, and he always says to his clients, don't take the offer the boss wants to offer you because they will just keep you around until they get somebody to fill your position and then they'll let you go. So you need to stay in charge. That's what he would say. Now, I've heard other versions from other stories, and the employee takes the job or takes the raise, let's call it, and he lives happily ever after. Okay, but I don't know about that. Okay, 11th house, 12th house. Okay, wow. All right, according to this, you are very happy. Your 12th house is what you think about when you go to sleep at night, and lots of people, when they lie down at night, their mind starts going all the things they kind of keep at bay during the daytime, they come out and broadcast at night inside your head. So, but this person right here, she is happy. She's abundance. That means that you have a happy life right now, and you kind of are comfortable, and you don't mind keeping things the way they are as long as they stay this way. But if some dark clouds are hovering over your current employer, in order to continue your abundance, it'll take some thinking that whole situation. Okay? All right. So now we're going to find out what covers the entire reading here. This is a really good reading, folks. You're very fortunate. Oh my God, look. The best thing about it is your romance that you're cultivating over here. So good for you. Everybody needs a romance. So this would probably be Cernunnos, who's the god of the forest in Ireland. And I don't know, maybe that's Bridget, because she was the goddess of fertility and the home and hearth. Because Celtic mythology doesn't really have a goddess of love, like the Greeks and the Romans do, and other belief systems. So I think that's really good. So it looks like slow down giving away your money, okay? And the things you're unhappy about now are going to change because we got the princess on your third house. You are really good at kindness and speaking lovingly to people. These have to do with 1, 2, 3. This is your home. So we got the person who's in charge of at home and the teenager who wants every penny you got. And the high priestess, who the mom of the house allows the high priestess to give her advice. Now, she doesn't know where the advice is coming from. How do we know that? But that's what this card represents, is your ability to tune in to people's actual what desires. Well, because they could be fibbing to you about, let's pretend like this kid is fibbing to her mom about something, and she's really got other plans for it. But this warning system helps mom see through situations that don't pan out and situations that don't look real or don't look truthful. Okay, now this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going back over these just so we can make sure we understand each one of these. So this is romance and health, romance and creativity. So what's this guy doing? He's heading for romance. I don't think he's heading out of it because he's in a transition. Looks like he's between girlfriends, between boyfriends, whoever this chart is about. You're transitioning from one state of mind to another. Okay? Sixth house is work and health. This is a death card. It just means things are going to change. And if it's work, then you may be relieved of the mundane activities that you really don't like to do. And if you had a health problem, it's over. Because what the death card means is it's finished. It's over, it's done, and we're on to the next. It doesn't necessarily mean a person is actually going to die. It hardly ever means that. Let's see. Okay, now, this is seventh house. This is marriage. Here's the King of Cups. Here's the guy who wants to marry you. Because he's a romantic. And he's probably a pushover. Because he's a water sign. Unless he's a Scorpio, and then he might not be. And let's see. Eight of Pentacles. He just, okay. The thing is that if his preferred mate is ignoring him, he's just going to work harder at winning her over. He's just going to work harder at winning her over. Or B, if this is a man's reading, this could turn into the Queen of Cups, right? But she's already right here. And this card stays the same because then the Queen of Cups is going to work very diligently to win him over. So either way, somebody's being wooed. Eighth house, is this eighth house? Yeah. Money from other people. Well, it's coming. Not right now. We don't know when, but these arrows indicate that one of those topics is on your agenda. Inheritance check, insurance check, lawsuit check, whatever the other one was. Okay? Okay, now we got the ninth house of philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. These are the items that you were probably once upon a time dear to your heart, and still an unfulfilled dream. And so if you want to travel, at some point you'll be able to, because at some point it'll get on your list of things to do. Okay? If you want to study, go on a mountaintop in Tibet and study Buddhism, you can do that. I mean, the Beatles did that, right? Okay, this is your 10th house of, okay, this is your career. And this, what does this say? Deception. So there's something goofy going on. There's something underhanded going on in the office. And it might be internal problems that they want the employees to know because of gossip, and they don't want people deciding that, oh, this is too scary and I'm going to quit this job and I'm going to go take another one. Because your boss does not want to, the owner of that company does not want to lose any employees. Okay, this is 11th house. This is long-term plans. Look at this, long-term plans. And, people that you know from previous employers. Now, a lot of people leave a job and they just leave all those people there with them. They never call them and talk to them again. But because these cards are here, I'm going to say there are at least 2 people and maybe 3 that are willing to answer the questions you may have. What does your company do now? And how much do they pay for that? And are they looking for any A's or B's or C's or whoever? Are they looking for anybody? Because that gives you a referral to go in there and get an interview. Okay? And you'll get the inside track on what it's like to work in that alternative company. Okay? And this is, you know what? I think, that you're sick and tired of getting flack from your own personal current employer. You're tired of the flack, your attitude. Yeah, and I think you might just want out, and they're not going to keep you because you're beating them off. Okay? Okay, this is when you go to sleep at night. What? You're happy. That means you sleep like a baby. And you think about making yourself, what can you do tomorrow? What can you do the next day? Where am I going to take a vacation? Maybe we should go to Mammoth Cave. Maybe we should go to Florida. Maybe we should, what the? So you think about happy things, which allows you to go to sleep much faster. Okay, and this is the Lover. So here, kind folks, I think you're going to be pleasantly cohabiting or pleasantly indulging yourself with a romance very soon, if you're not already. Okay? Because this person wants you and they're willing to work to get you. How about that? All right, good. All right, thanks. That was Cancer for April of 2025. Thanks for joining me. This is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. Bye.